This week saw the end to the most expensive congressional midterm election in United States history. Of course, I'm talking about Kentucky's 4th District. Now, if you haven't seen it already, this is the hotly contested seat where sitting Republican Congressmember Thomas Massie was replaced by another Republican who was backed, in this case, by President Trump, as well as reportedly some very powerful Israeli lobbies. Now, the election did cost over $32 million. Some estimates put it well above that, of which $9 million was reportedly spent by these pro-Israeli groups. And it kind of just brings to light the current state of congressional affairs in the country. It also brings to light a group that is kind of gaining a lot of notoriety, being dubbed the Yolo Caucus. Now, what is it? It's basically an informal group of Republican Congress members who have found themselves running afoul of some of President Trump's legislative priorities. Among this group, you have, Thomas Massie was kind of the most high-profile figure. You also have Senator Susan Collins out of Maine, Senator Tillis out of North Carolina, among a few others. And now, it does not account for the majority of Republicans for sure, but in a congressional field where you have a very small majority and you need to get some of these bills passed, even just a small handful of these folks can kind of upset the balance of power in our legislative branch. Now, some of the issues where they've run astray, you have everything from the Iran war, the release of Epstein files, the funding of President Trump's ballroom, including the funding of it for about $1 billion. Some of these senators say it's bad optics in a time where a lot of Americans are struggling with gas prices and just cost of groceries and so on. And then, of course, there was also a $1.8 billion funding bill centered around basically compensating the legal damages of some people that have allied with President Trump in the past. So, why you should care about this? Well, we're getting much closer to the election in September, and this small group will start to shape the politics. They're called the Yolo Caucus essentially because if they're already on the other side of President Trump's priorities, it's implied they might not have a long to go, and they may vote away from their party's priorities, and you might see them aligning with Democrats, which has already happened with a few of them on several key issues. So, something to look out for.